I've been in the outdoor power equipment business since 1994, and it was something I started part-time at home and for 2 years, and then after 2 years I went into it full-time, and it was an idea that started off with my grandfather, that he always wanted to do it, and I always wanted to own my own business. After we made our first move from home, it grew probably 3 times, and then after we moved to our current location, where we're closer to the highway, across from a mass retailer, we have probably another 54% growth just from moving. BCI, we started with the financial area where we looked at the cash flow shortage problems and where the money was going out to and tried to rein that in so we have it under control. So we're designating where the money is going to and not just spending it wherever, and trying to rein in that, trying to get the profit margins up to where they need to be before we start growing the sales more. And that's made about a 10 times improvement in our profitability this year so far. We put in the first level, the part matrix, and brought it from, I think it was about 40% up to about 44% on the profitability. And then now we're just getting ready to put in the level 2 of the parts matrix, where we're hoping should bring it up to a 46% average. Well, when we first started with BCI, I was wondering, questioning whether I even should be doing this. And now we've gotten to the point where we're just in 8-9 months of working with BCI, we've gotten to the point where we've gotten everything under control and where we're actually showing profitability, and it makes it more fun to do it, and less headache, less stress, less worry. And I know there's a lot of dealerships that are in the position that we were in, where we had plenty of cash flow. It's just a matter of reining it in to where we need it to go. Because we kept borrowing money to pay stuff that we really didn't need to be paying or wasn't logically spent, but we just don't have the expertise in every area of the business like a bigger company would have, and that's where I think BCI comes in. For what expense it is, they've got the expertise of every area that we don't have on staff. I'd recommend it just for the fact that, like I said, we don't have the experts in all the areas that we really need them like a big company would have. When you're in order to compete with the big companies, we need to have the expertise in all those areas. And whether it's recruiting good employees, or it's marketing, or even the service flow and setting up employee handbooks, all that kind of area that we just don't have. You can't hire a whole team of people to do that like the big companies can.
And you already said our profits went up, so that's like proof right there.
Right. I just think that anybody that's on the fence, or anybody that's really considering and wants to make their dealership more successful, they really need to take the time to consider BCI.
Because they thought of things that we never thought of.
Yeah, and
like, why don't we think that's a good idea?
You know, and for the small investment that it really is, it sounds, like a substantial investment when you're trying to figure out the pennies from here and there, but it's, in the big scheme of it, it's really an investment that's worthwhile. There's nowhere you can hire that many professional, skilled people to fill those areas where you need them filled, and pay the payroll for what you can buy BCI for.